What's going on, everyone? What's going on, gamers? So, this is going to be a video talking about the results of the PS5 Pro so far after it being out almost close to a month. We still need a few more days for that to happen. Obviously, about a week or so more, a little bit less. And the letdown of PSSR and Sony's arrogance backfiring once again. Starting off, we could just say that obviously this guy thinks PSSR launch is a disgrace to him. I would say it's a letdown. We see a lot of games fail. You have people in my recent comments saying, "Oh, it's just 4 games." I'm like, "No, no, no, it's about 7 or 8 now." And actually, I'm going to name them, and we're going to go down here. So, and then we got a video proving another game that I was talking about on Digital Foundry, saying Black Ops 6 looks worse on PS5 Pro with PSSR than the older version of it. So it's another game added in, but they haven't launched a video yet. And like I said, I'm going to cover some games. So you want me to cover some games for you because they were saying only 4. Are we ready? Gran Turismo 7, Silent Hill 2, Star Wars Outlaws, Jedi Survival, Alan Wake 2, Avatar, Call of Duty, right? So, you know, we saw that, and then we're missing one more game, God of War Ragnarok, which had to have an option just in case it was having issues. I mean, that's a lot of games, right? People just don't understand. And not that the issues would show up on Fortnite, but Epic saw that we're not choosing DLSS. TSR is better. Silent Hill devs chose TSR. I'm pretty sure Call of Duty is going to do the same thing. And people also need to realize a couple other things. One, at the moment where PSSR is at, it's taking a hard fourth place trying to fight with FSR. It's not better than DLS. It's not even close. Nobody never said that too. They thought it was going to be close or like behind it. Not even close. It's not better than TSR. It's not better than XESS as we see right down here. And I've been telling people about XESS. That's Intel's AI upscaling. But the problem with that is that consoles use AMD technology. Yeah. Not that you can't, but you'd just be better off going with TSR. And I wouldn't say that it's beating FSR 3.1 in terms of it having issues, but it has a better image clarity when it works the way that it's supposed to. But FSR still works well when never have any problems with any games, to be honest with you. So it's fighting for that fourth spot. This is just reality and the way things are working right now. So this is important because Sony was trying to sell the console at $700, advertising PSSR as something that was going to be, something like a god-changing thing. And then you have people like, oh, we're guessing Mark Cerny again. And I've been telling people, I was like, he's not the guy that you want to think that's going to be the master of the system. You got people that do this better at Intel because they've been doing it. People that do this better at AMD, they're making those parts too. People at NVIDIA. And then you see Epic has their own TSR system, which works better and it's beating it. So it's like, kind of wake up here because there's a lot more people around the world that just don't show their face that are better at that. And it's just something to think about. So PSSR is not doing what people thought it was going to do. Digital Foundry has made plenty of videos showing this. We're going to get into some more stuff. $700 is a bit of a ripoff to me. You have people thinking that it was 33.4 teraflops, and that just shows that they just do not understand how technology works. That CPU would not be able to handle that, neither would the power supply or the motherboard in there. That was another fantasy that got shut down. Now that all these lies are gone, what do these people have to say to believe all that, attacking people that knew what they were talking about being ignorant and getting scammed by Sony? And even then, you tell them the truth. Some of these fanboys, I agree with what Digital Foundry said when they called them peanut brains. They will still defend them and attack you and find a way to try to still like make a comment like it's like, did you not just hear what we just said, morons? Listen to what's going on here. The $700 price tag is not justified. It should have been a $600 machine. They forced that with the 2 terabyte. You didn't even get the hard drive in there or the stand. So like I said, PSR is not working either. That's in beta. So you're trying to justify the price tag with those options that are not working full 100%, like they're supposed to be something professional launch day one. That's Sony's arrogance. They've been doing this for a while, like selling games at $69.99, getting in bed with woke DIESG, copying a ton of Microsoft's methods. At the beginning when Sony launched PlayStation 5 back in 2020, Jim Ryan and all of them said that the PS5 base was going to be having nothing but PlayStation 5 exclusives from the ground up. And then we see all those games going cross-gen. And they were attacking people because of that. I know this is not PS5 Pro topic, but we're talking about Sony's track record here, right? Blowing half the generation, just making way too many mistakes, doing the cloud service on their portable device like Microsoft is doing for people already, doing the Game Pass subscription model, which they've improved compared to their model that nobody cared about. They're copying a lot of things that Microsoft are doing and getting in line with what they're doing. And people are being hypocritical about it, and they should be more honest. Now, getting back on subject, let's take a look at this video real quick. Also, the PlayStation 5 Pro is never sold out, by the way. You can go down and take a look. It's always available at Target, right? If you go to shopping right now, and I look at this every day, Best Buy, available. Sam's Club, available. You want to type in Amazon, available on Amazon. Everywhere you go, it's available. It's not selling out. Like I said, this should have been $5.99. And they're trying to compete with a 4060 in there. You have people thinking 4070. I'm like, yeah, you're out of your mind. Not even close. You're not getting those results. But yeah, here we go with the Call of Duty video. We ready?
You also took a look at Black Ops quickly because Tom's doing a video on that. And we also have PSSR implemented on Black Ops as well, which is kind of interesting from my perspective because the amount of iteration and refinement that's gone into Infinity Ward's own solution pretty much since Infinite Warfare at this point. I'd be really surprised if, suddenly a machine learning model came out of the blue and just produced better results. I mean, it'd be great if so, but I'm curious what you thought about it.
I thought it actually was leaving a lot to be desired there. There's the issue that people are talking about online about the speckling, and that is there. It seems to be like specularity because Tom's has a couple of examples of it, but just seems to be like rogue highlights from materials that just get caught up as one pixel and not filtered out like a Firefly filter would do, which sometimes doesn't even come from something like TAA. It's something that's pre-TAA sometimes.
Yeah.
And there were other issues there too, like regarding thin geometry, thin transparencies, as well as small scale patterns that, like from a larger scale started to get moire in them. So things that would just not look as good as the previous TAA because that wasn't compared to some sort of perfect anti-aliasing or something like that. And in a case like that, it is a little bit odd to see the old version looking better in aspects, even though, once again, the hardware is way better in PS5 Pro on the GPU side of things, which is the thing that matters most. So yeah, I don't think it acquitted itself very well in that title in comparison to what it did. And I once again imagine that would be a great title where future versions of PSSR could just be retroactively applied to it. Another thing I thought, like you just mentioned, Rich, is that
so you see what he's saying. It's not making it look that much better as you think it would. And actually the older version is looking better. So PSSR, or I had a friend and a couple other people call it Pisser, which I think is funny, is going to be replaced again with TSR or some other method because it's having issues. And then you have like these PlayStation fanboys coming in too when like even when you show them this on multiple games, even their own games, they start blaming developers without realizing that Sony's system is flawed. Yet there's no problem with TSR. Yet there's no problem with FSR. Yet there's no problem with DLSS. Yet there's no problem with XESS. And it's like, are you being that stupid and realize that all these other systems are working fine? And it's not a development issue necessarily. That could happen at times if the patch was bad, but it's a problem with their system. Right? Because that's what a fanboy is doing. They're looking for ways to try to defend a corporation that doesn't give a shit about them, doesn't even know that it exists, is taking their money and scamming them. And they want to just find a way in their brain to avoid saying, oh, it's avoid admitting that it's just Sony's fault. What's so hard about that? When all the other systems are working perfectly fine. Oh, it's the developer's fault. Oh, yeah? Then do they got those other systems working fine? And I got that out real quick, much faster. Because Sony was trying to force that. They had made a headline saying you have to have a pro patch out, and they wanted people to use their PSSR, and they thought they were going to show it off, and it was going to be somewhat up there better than other people's systems that have been doing it for years, and now it backfired again. Just like the $700 price tag is backfired, the $69.99 price tag on games have backfired. right? Getting in bed with, the woke DEI agendas, making Concord. Now they got this fair game and all these other games they're doing for Spoken that fell too. It's all backfiring. Everything they're trying to do is a lot of things that they're doing that are not right, but because they've made the right generational jump from last gen winning that era against Microsoft, they're able to, not get a huge dent into their generation as much as they would if it would have been a different timing. And plus, Nintendo's not around the corner. Well, they are around the corner, but plus, Nintendo's not here with the Switch 2 yet. So, in this window, they could have capitalized and had a fantastic, magical first half of the generation, but they're blowing it. And they're making a lot of stupid decisions, and they do this because of the way that they think of y'all, and y'all are still kissing their ass, and you should wake up. So this is my thing about the PS5 Pro is that it's not delivering on anything a lot of people said it was going to do. Not that this is a permanent solution, but I feel like this is a beta test for PS6. And for hardcore enthusiasts that are getting this, I'm not beating it down, but I'm basically just calling out the bullcrap. And people need to realize that. So, like I said, if it was supposed to be doing what it's supposed to be doing, it'd be on fire, it'd be selling out, you wouldn't be able to get the one. The scalpers would be getting their way, but they didn't get their ways either. That backfired. And yeah, this reality check right here. A lot of people were also attacking a lot of people over thinking that it was 33. Like, I just can't believe some of the stuff I was seeing online. I was like, yeah, this just shows they don't understand how technology works. Right? Talking about 33.4. And then I show people that no, that's just machine learning. Because if we go to the Series X, right? And we know the Series X is 12.2. Watch this. Xbox Series X. So if it's 12.2, then we're going to do, what, 24 teraflops. Watch this. Direct ML. The Series X has been had this. Machine learning, right? So it's at 12.1, right? But with machine learning, it can benefit from over 24 teraflops of 16-bit float. But are you going to get 24 teraflops of actual performance like you would in a card that actually naturally has that? No. It's just something to just say that, right? But is that ever going to happen? No. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's just nonsense. And that was the same thing with the PlayStation 5 Pro. They were just trying to do that with ray tracing manipulation too. I was like, guys, it's machine learning. And but the real number that you're going to be getting is going to be that's going to be performing here. And they thought, oh, RDNA 3 and 4. It's like, that has nothing to do with anything. It's just machine learning. But all right, y'all. Glad to do this. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Fanboys, if you want to argue, go ahead. Come in the comments. You'll lose. Peace out, y'all.